You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Recent revelations have shaken Australia, as the country's National Security Agency, ASIO, has concluded that Iran orchestrated at least 2 anti-Semitic attacks on Australian soil. One targeted a synagogue in Melbourne, while the other struck a Jewish-owned deli in Sydney. These attacks, reportedly directed by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, are being seen not just as isolated incidents, but as part of a broader strategy by Iran to project power internationally. The context for these events stretches back beyond Australia. In late 2023, a string of suspicious fires occurred at businesses in southern France, all owned by Israeli nationals. French intelligence suggested that a convicted criminal, allegedly paid by the Iranian government, was responsible. He was later caught in Germany while surveilling Jewish figures there. These incidents are not unique. Intelligence services in Europe and North America have repeatedly linked Iranian interests to threats against Jews and Israelis abroad, showing a consistent pattern. Australia, home to a relatively small but visible Jewish community, appears to have been caught up in this same global pattern. Experts describe these acts as a power projection exercise by Iran, a way to bolster its image as a resistance force against Israel and the United States, particularly as the country faces severe limitations from decades of sanctions. By carrying out attacks far from its borders, Iran seeks to intimidate its perceived enemies and assert influence where its military might is constrained. The Albanese government responded swiftly. Within a day of receiving the intelligence assessment, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese made the historic decision to expel Iran's ambassador from Australia and to designate the IRGC as a terrorist organization. This move allows Australian authorities to prosecute those connected with the IRGC under anti-terrorism legislation. While some critics argue that such designations can be largely symbolic, experts stress that enforcement and international coordination are key for real impact. Iran has denied any involvement. Its foreign minister, Sayed Abbas Araghchi, claimed that Australia was acting under pressure from Israel, accusing the government of appeasing Israel and punishing Iran for its support of Palestine. Meanwhile, Israeli officials welcomed Australia's actions, emphasizing that the measures were taken to protect the Jewish community and reinforce Australia's security, independent of diplomatic pressures. These events illustrate the complex and high-stakes nature of international relations in the region. Iran's attacks abroad are linked to broader geopolitical tensions, including its strained relations with Israel, the United States, and the effects of past military confrontations in the Middle East. For Australia, the response demonstrates a commitment to national security, the protection of minority communities, and a clear signal that foreign interference and acts of hate will not be tolerated. In short, what began as targeted attacks on Jewish sites in Australia has been exposed as part of a wider strategic effort by Iran to project power and influence globally, with consequences that reach far beyond the immediate communities affected. Stay subscribed for more videos.